Making your way in the world today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go watch a movie with PJ. Lord, and he's always glad you came. You wanna be where you could see our troubles are all the same. You wanna go and watch a movie with PJ.
Well, happy Friday, everybody. How are you doing? Another glorious day in the middle of quarantine for a lot of us. Maybe not the people down under that you're going to see later, but, you know, we're doing okay. We're getting by. I hope you guys are well. And we are happy to have you here today. Oh, everyone's here. I totally forgot to close everyone out. That's my bad. Hi, everybody. How you doing?
Hi. Hello. How you doing?
Oh, well.
Hey, kids. I figured this is going to be a cool movie, so I figured I'd show up and be
cool. We're off to a great start already.
Oh, yeah, it wouldn't be us without this.
It's true. So how is everyone? I'm not even going to introduce everyone. If you are, you know, if you've been here before, you know who everyone is. Evan, real quick, take the kids through everything for the week.
Oh, God, I wasn't even prepared for this, but here we are. This fucking week, this weekend, Saturday, Family Game Night Mario Kart starts. I'm really excited for that. It's 3-on-3. I believe we have myself, PJ Campbell, Abby Friel, Linus Babcock, Chris Clark, and there's a special guest Chris hasn't announced yet.
Yeah, I don't think we're supposed to say anything yet.
We're not supposed to announce anything yet. All I know is that he's really, really smart and acclaimed. If you get that, maybe there's a hint, tease, but I didn't say anything.
Evan, you can tell him it's me. I know I'm smart and acclaimed.
We invited you on and you said no.
Yeah.
So on Sunday, we have the best mothers on sports on the PJ Campbell show. I believe so far, PJ Campbell and Maxwell Haddad are going to be on that one. They're really excited for it. Just going to show that, and then we're going to make it disappear. And then come Monday, our Spider-Verse watch along is happening, which is really cool because they just announced Spider-Verse 2, October something 2022. So it kind of corresponds. Did we speak it into existence? Maybe we did. There we go. And then Tuesday, Famous Last Words with Rachel Shivashrini. Thank you so much, Chris Clark, for putting the thumbnail in here. And then Wednesday, did this ever get shown? I don't know.
No,
okay.
So we actually had scheduling issues with Something Rotten, but it works out because Something Rotten is going to be moving 2 Thursday nights into the 7 p.m. slot that we had for Suddenly Soundtracks, because Suddenly Soundtracks has moved to Wednesdays. So The Mummy Returns and The Mummy will be on Thursday with Stacey Howard and Frank, and I'm very excited.
That's fucking fantastic. And that means on Wednesday, Suddenly Soundtracks, we got top 10 villain songs in film. I'm very interested to see what wins. I have a new favorite, but that gets spoiled a little bit down the line, not even in this episode. I saw a certain movie, we recorded a certain episode of Suddenly Soundtracks, and that villain song blew me away. Last but not least, I think Chris Clark wants me to plug all this. We have new episodes online now. Check them out. It's pretty dope. We do some cool content here. And yeah, that's kind of the tea. Rian Johnson month continues, and all I gotta say is I have a new setup that no one asked for. So welcome to the life of Degraff.
Well, you're in a totally different place than you normally are, so that's a big part of it, you know.
That is true, but I didn't want to say that out loud. But now the kids know where I am.
Well, they don't know where you are; they just know that you're not where you normally are.
Honestly, just find me on Twitter, and I might spoil it at one point. Who knows?
All right. Well, I'm gonna go over to the Australians real quick. How you guys doing tonight, Jacob, Taylor? We're happy to see you.
Well, it is middle of the day here on a weekend, and quarantine is starting to ease.
Yeah,
so,
we're in stage 1 of easing all our quarantine stuff we've got going on over here.
So that's good.
So we're doing all right.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's the weekend because work is a fucking nightmare because I've been going to work literally every single day, even though we've been in quarantine.
Yep.
So I'm glad it's the weekend. I'm glad we're enjoying some Rian Johnson. That's exactly what I need right now.
Yes, that is me too. I've been working from home, and I don't know what's worse because at home I don't leave my office. So at least now I get to
have a bit of a distraction. So it was good.
Well, we're happy that you guys are here, and of course, our favorite Canadian, Pat Hogue. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Evan, was that a picture of Bambi's mom in the middle of some crosshairs, or did I just have like a fever dream that like is haunting me?
I have no clue what you're talking about. I literally have no clue.
That's fine. That's fine. We're on a great note to start. Yeah. I
do want to say, Pat, our episode of Famous Last Words was fucking dope.
It was great. I was like, oh, you just kind of breezed right past that. That was
no.
The longest one.
I want to make things clear. I just kind of like jumped into this like at the last second. Literally, they pressed go, and then I sat in my seat. So a lot of things going through my brain at once. But here we are.
Yeah. No, but like, take the moment to say we had a great conversation. My last
conversation.
Brilliant.
You're a smart man. I'm a little dumber. But that's how it works.
You're just younger. You'll get there. But no, I'm excited to. This is the only Rian Johnson film I haven't seen, and it feels kind of sorrowful to close out a filmography. I'm kind of nervous about it. I'm kind of excited. It's always fun to see the movie of a director that's kind of the low key one that, you know, when you go on to do a Star Wars movie, like it's easy for stuff to get lost in the shuffle, and this is the one where it's like, could this be my favorite? I don't think so, because I love Looper and I love Last Jedi, but I don't know. I'm kind of pumped to go in with like no expectations for this one.
No, that's the way to go, I think. And I'm excited because it's been a little bit since I've seen it too, but I really like this movie because I like a good heist film, and it's got a very 70s Sting style vibe that I enjoy. So I'm excited to be here. If you guys don't own the film, we actually put the link in the comment section. You can go and look, and you can actually watch it for free on YouTube with us. So there is that as well. And I am ready to go as long as the rest of you guys are. I have the movie queued up at 0 seconds. So if everyone is ready, we will count down from 5. As soon as I say go, we're going to hit play and let this movie happen.
Wow. Cool.
Gotcha. All right. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
What kind of genre circumventions are we getting with this one, folks? How is Rian Johnson going to shit on our childhood?
Why would you say that out loud?
Sorry, I figure if he's gonna want to like join us for one of these, we got to show him that we're also gonna be tough on him. So
even though we all like The Last Jedi here,
is that true?
Yeah.
Okay, we did a lot of the groundwork for like Rian Johnson opinions last time, so I'm like curious what we're gonna talk about this time.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm already enjoying this. Yeah, I love. Oh, that tone is so nice.
I hate
this is gonna make me feel so happy.
It's already just fun.
I haven't seen this movie yet either, so I'm in the same boat as you, Pat.
This is for me his weakest film, but it is also not a bad film. If that makes sense.
Okay, I like this.
It's already so good. I just
that first one.
Oh, they're holding hands.
Man.
I love that Ricky Jay is the guy who's doing the narration, by the way. It's so perfect.
Is Brothers Bloom about you all watching Evan go through puberty? Probably. Not a bad shout. It's like a flashback in the past.
Oh, the little cat. That little cat. Look at him go.
Go, buddy, go. You got this.
It's God, he needs to do a movie like set in high school.
I love that Gabriel says this is actually his second favorite Rian Johnson movie. So, you know, I'm glad that I'm not alone in how much I actually love this movie. Evan, your hair is cute, fam, just so you know.
I appreciate that.
I love the rhythm of the opening of this movie. It just has such a distinct rhythm to it. I love it.
Yeah.
You can totally see the guy who made Brick is I'm gonna have some fun now. Like a lot of like goofy fun.
Well, it feels kind of, if you guys have seen Big Fish, like it's got like a folk tales feel to it almost in the same way that Big Fish does, which I kind of dig.
Yeah.
You know what it's reminding me of, and not in the same kind of vibe, but it kind of reminds me of a Wes Anderson film.
Oh, totally. It especially Moonrise Kingdom.
Yeah.
I love these colors. They just freaking pop in this movie so well.
I can now see where he got the color palette for Knives Out from, or the lighting direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Clark with the Big Fish is Tim Burton's best. I don't know if it's his best, but it's up there at least.
Why do you talk about Big Fish?
Because I brought up Big Fish, saying that it's got that like folksy Big Fish kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Bloom talks to a girl.
This does have like the energy of like
see, Mike K sees it too. That's what's up.
Like Rian Johnson now has toys to play with, and he's like doing every camera move.
Wait,
like,
am I dumb or did I just see Greg Heffley on camera?
I don't
Steven
know.
finds a cave.
Their plan is just so convoluted, and I love it.
Oh, good hat trick.
That hat flip, I love that.
Oh, and it's like I love
the
It reminds
score.
me of where I grew up. This is a very kind of close to upstate New York feeling ish.
It's kind of like Northern California area too,
Yeah,
which I love. It's like it really gets that small town Americana feel.
yeah.
A cave of wonder.
Yeah, Dave. Jesus.
God, Dave.
But it's like already this is so complicated. But Rian Johnson's just like doing it so seamlessly of like we're here, we're there, we're there. This is the plan. We're doing all this kind of stuff,
Well,
and it's kids.
And I was gonna say the fact that it's two kids that are doing it, it's just so perfectly Rian Johnson-esque in the right way.
I love
And
how
they're
it's something that's like what they're trying to achieve is something so simple, but they have the imagination of kids and they just make it so drawn out and complicated. And they have
Yeah.
all these little steps of like all this stuff they're going to do.
Of course, this makes sense. Don't doubt the plan. We got to find a church.
Yeah,
and a cave.
exactly.
There it was.
I just everything about how this plays out. Aww.
See, but like already this, Rian Johnson knows that, okay, we're going to have a heist movie, but I'm going to have emotional stakes because, heists were like a thing for these characters. So
Yeah.
when they're adults and doing it, it's just that much more like fulfilling.
And yes, Evan, to your much earlier question, that is Greg Heffley.
Let's fucking go. I love that.
Yeah, this is like I think one of his early roles, probably right around the time he did the first Diary, right?
Probably a
The
little.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember when they recast him with a kid who wasn't quite as good?
Yeah, but he got too old to be a diary kid. He moved on to journals.
Well, things happen.
No, that's the first line movie. It's a journal, not a diary. Come
Oh.
on.
You have that movie
Come on.
memorized, don't you?
I
Evan?
just love, by the way, that these kids legitimately became con artists.
He hits kids in the beginning of this movie, and I laugh.
Larceny. Charged for larceny.
Wait, so what was the point of that plan? To just get money out of the kids?
To
Yeah, they-
get the girl to talk to him.
And get the money in the end.
Yeah.
Good percentage though.
And they're crafty.
Exactly. See?
I love this idea of a narrator. It is giving me so much life.
Yeah, it might be one of my favorite narrations in any film. I think it's done so perfectly.
It does feel like very much Bob Balaban in Moonrise Kingdom.
Right.
Yeah.
Or even McGregor in Big Fish.
Yeah.
Like, again, it just really has that feel. There's such a whimsy to this movie, and the score is wonderful in just the right way.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Well,
Endgame.
It's
Whoa.
so interesting that this is
I
the
love
only
this
film
so
where
much.
like, he
Yes.
relies
This
on
is so cool.
narration.
Yeah.
And then the next one he does time travel, and the next one's Star Wars, and the next one's that's
this is
really exciting that
fucking epic.
he doesn't have the genre.
Berlin. 25 years later.
He sounded like David Tennant right there.
He does.
He did, yeah.
I was like, what
whoa.
the shit?
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
shit, he's dead.
I never realized he sounded like Tennant right there before, and that was hilarious.
Fucking dead, bro.
Oh, Mark Ruffalo. Marry me.
Wait, is that? This might be my. Oh no, second film
Adrian
I've
Brody
seen. that-
blinked.
Yeah, Mike agrees about the score. He says it might be his favorite thing about this, following the production and the costume design.
Hey, that's one of the guys who directed Ghost Stories like
it?
a year or two ago. Yeah, that's the star.
Oh.
Also, you
Usually-
can already tell that Johnson had a bigger budget for this movie.
Oh, totally. It's a much
Well, they
greater.
get to play with actors and like
Yeah, Ruffalo, fucking Ruffalo, bro.
Dude, Ruffalo looks great in a pinstripe suit like that.
Hell
You know,
yeah.
he always looks
Oh.
great.
wearing the shit.
Yeah,
out
but
of
I mean, look at that fucking
There
suit.
she is.
Oh,
I mean, compared to the first
Ooh.
film, which
I
had
love
a-
her in this.
I love her so
compared to Brick, where he had a budget of what $500,000, and he's got
loaf of wheat bread.
and he's got 20 million to play with here.
Yeah.
so notice how red that blood is because it's
Oh, yeah.
on the way, and then she's wearing a red glove as well. Woo! Costume
didn't-
design is so important, everyone.
I didn't
forget.
realize that Brothers Bloom did so poorly at the box office, though.
Oh, it did
Yeah.
not do well at all.
And I forgot about that. And that bums me out because I think this movie, like, it's just so good.
I mean,
But
it
it
did get
makes-
screwed over with releases, with
Yeah.
release as well.
But it's like immediately you can tell why Kathleen Kennedy was like, "Oh, you're a good director. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
one are diverse, and especially after Looper." Again, we'll hold off the Star Wars talk.
This
but
is
like, already,
crazy, by the way. Like, look at this. Everything they did where they even set up where he had killed his wife before, and like they put him in the same spot in a similar suit and everything so that he'd actually shoot him. It's just
Did-
brilliant con men.
did his cousin do the score for this one too?
Nathan
Probably.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, there he
There he
is.
is.
He's got to be somewhere. Every one of his movies.
And how there's another one who's about to turn up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
What's up,
here,
the Bard?
the Bard is here again. We are happy to see you, my friend.
Look at that freaking suit that he's in, man. That
I know.
is with all the fucking the costume design is so good.
But like honestly, why was this a May movie? Like realistically, this movie should never have come out in May of 2009. Like
I think it should have obviously been probably closer to like a November release. It feels like a fall film to me.
it's either that or a February, early March, like a late February movie.
Sure, I could see that.
This film in November would have done stupid, like in a good way.
Yeah, I really think it would have done better with a better release date.
Hey.
There he is.
There he is. Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
But also, Ram Bergman, his producer, was
Mhm.
in there.
So shout out to Chris Clark dropping them graphics. He's saying ignore, but he's here. I won't let him forget it.
Yeah, Armax says Nathan's done every film except Last Jedi because, of course, John Williams did The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt's
Yeah, I don't know
stand.
who John Williams is anymore. I only recognize the name Kevin Kline.
What?
I'm just kidding, by the way. I'm
No,
only-
it's like Kevin Kline and John Williams are very different people.
Yeah, I know. It was a
Okay.
joke.
So
Okay.
so if they decided to release this in November the year earlier, so November 2008, its biggest competition would have been Twilight and Quantum of Solace.
I would have been fine.
So in
I
08,
don't know. Those would have eaten its lunch too.
Yeah,
Those movies were big.
if it waited until November 2009, so 12 months after its premiered at TIFF, its biggest competition would have been 2012, A Christmas Carol, and The Blind Side.
What's counter program? Yeah, you're good.
You're a monster.
But you have the problem of it being 12 months after.
I still think it
Tiff.
would have done better.
Oh, yeah, I mean, better than $5.5 million. Yeah.
I love that freaking dress, dude.
It's
Bro,
cool
this
that he
movie-
just brings all of his friends back. He's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I was-
be my
I mean,
movies.
because remember, we were talking about Nora when we were talking about Brick, and it was like she really
Yeah.
didn't do a ton, but it was good to see her in this too. Because again, like he really did kind of pay it forward to everyone who was actually in Brick, and I love that.
Yeah, now you get a scene with Adrian Brody.
This is gonna sound really weird, but this movie's already really sexy.
No, it's
No,
not
I
weird.
get
It
that.
totally is.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's again like those 70s kind of thriller, and if you've seen the Sting,
Look
like
at
the
that
Sting is
lighting.
very
Oh.
similar.
That lighting is
Woo!
perfect.
It's also Mark
She is
Ruffalo's in this
gorgeous.
movie, so it's sexy.
Well, and so
True.
is so was she. Like Nora's gorgeous.
Yeah, but Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah,
I mean,
No, I agree.
we-
That's
we
a
say
fair
it.
point.
Mark Ruffalo makes me ruffle my feathers, if you know what I'm saying.
Ooh, man, Ruffalo.
I mean, we all agree that Mark Ruffalo is one of the most handsome men, maybe the most handsome man to ever live.
I would have been interested to see if Gordon Levitt was ever the one who was going to be Aiden.
You know, man, I would have loved that, but I also think that Ryan wanted to make sure that he didn't make it so that Gordon Levitt became
His
like he has to be in every movie sort of thing. Like he
True.
might have a cameo like he does in this or something similar in like Last Jedi, but you don't want to do that, you know? You got to be
Yeah.
careful.
I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt's also just kind of like he'll go to what like is interesting to him, but he doesn't feel the need to, doesn't have the pretentiousness to be the star every time.
Right.
Yeah.
And I kind of love that. Like I think that's a brilliant thing altogether.
Yeah.
And I just love their relationship.
I do too.
The whole idea that he every time that they do this that he really wants to leave and he doesn't feel comfortable doing it. I just think it's so great.
I do love how he still just has all the blood on his
Yeah.
white suit
Right.
as he's having this conversation.
Also,
Wait, why is there a fucking...
I was gonna say, look at the random camel. Goodbye, camel. It was good to see you. All for the gag.
camel.
That's my new favorite camel too.
Great line.
Yeah. You know, Armac says they should have waited 3 years to release it after the Avengers. Hard to argue with that. It probably would have done big numbers then.
Mark Ruffalo hasn't had that many like big blockbusters come out while like he had his.
Oh, I
debut in
love
the
that
Avengers
line
film.
so much. I can't wake up to next to another person who thinks they know me.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Because again, their whole life has been nothing but scams, and I love that about it. It's just so interesting, you know. And this is Ruffalo 2 years after Zodiac, which is interesting too, because Zodiac was kind of one of the movies that really pushed him to prominence around that time. But it, similarly to Brothers Bloom, didn't like do huge numbers then. Every time he tried to do something a little off the beaten path, it just didn't really take off, and that bums me out. Oh, Adrian Brody is so good in this, you guys.
He is. He kills it.
This is also a you know, like it's obviously Ryan writing about filmmaking
Right.
and the art of filmmaking, really.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
oh, sorry, Taylor. I didn't mean to.
No, it's okay. It is something every time I rewatch this movie, I kind of catch new things about the distinct differences of both of the brothers, where one of them is so just dedicated to having everything planned out, and he always has a new scheme, and he always knows exactly how things are going to end. And the other brother goes along with it because, you know, it's something, but on the inside, he's also he wants something unwritten, but ever since they've been kids, he doesn't know how to do anything else.
Well, and sorry, Evan, real quick, just to Jacob's point about this being like Ryan's kind of conversation about filmmaking, it's similar to Favreau with Chef. Like that whole movie is him talking about filmmaking through the lens of the restaurant business.
Yeah.
But that was also his response to being scorned by Marvel after Iron Man 2.
Not just Marvel, critics.
And Cowboys and Aliens.
But like that
Cowboys
movie's a bit more pointed, whereas this one just seemed a little bit more about the process. Rather than
right.
I'm
I just
mad at
mean,
people.
no, but just the idea of like you letting those kind of feelings out in a film.
Also, Chef is proof that you can be upset with your loved one. You can still subtweet them, but at the end, you're still going to go back to them.
Same. That's my life.
That's true.
God, look at that suit. Both of their
I
suits.
know. Oh,
This is what
movie
the hustle should have been.
Well, The Hustle was a remake of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels and just not as good.
I love
hated
how
that movie.
misty this movie is.
I always like a good heist film. So I was
That's
very
the first time I've ever seen that type of shot. I've never seen someone do a plane shot like that, where it's like the plane's actually going in like the real
look at
speed.
that.
Yeah.
Look at that mansion.
I want those glasses that she has on her hat.
It's a mood. I want to be able to pull off the hat that Ruffalo is wearing right now. I don't think I could though.
You could,
Oh,
but you need the stubble to go with it.
that's impossible.
See, it is weird because Looper is kind of the outlier. All of his movies really have an anime vibe about them. Like he has a lot of like Edgar Wright kind of comedy of like stuff just appearing in frame and like the energy to like his camera and like weird wacky characters. Like Looper is pretty low key for as crazy as the premise is. But
No. Looper's straight anime, just not in the ways you expect it.
that one's
movie's
more like
insane.
that
I
one's
am
more
very
like
curious to rewatch Looper and see like how it, because the things that Rian Johnson's now most known for is the subversion of expectations, whereas in Looper doesn't really
God.
quite do that.
I love Rachel Weisz.
well, it's funny.
Oh,
I've been
I can't
going
remember.
through
That
all of
her music when he sees her is just the best.
I've been going through all of Paul Thomas Anderson's movies, and I finally just watched There Will Be Blood, and it kind of blows my mind that he made that after Punch Drunk Love, of like
Right.
just kind of didn't ease into it, just like did it.
Right.
And like Ryan Johnson's kind of following that mentality too.
Well, Ryan continues to kind of what to your point earlier is he's not really sticking with genre. Like he just kind of hops film to film. And I love that because he's telling the stories he wants to tell. He's not trying to stay in the normality of what people expect from him. Like I love Kevin Smith, but it took, cop out happening for him to do Red State.
Yeah.
Like it took a long time for him to really drive that type
I
of
love that shot.
And also, I think it's interesting. Like Ryan, also, you were talking about the Edgar Wright of his filmmaking. There's a little Sam Raimi too. Like there's a general campiness to his films in like the right way, while also having that same energetic camera movement and stuff like that you expect out of a Sam Raimi film. And I think that Ryan was like a big fan of Sam Raimi.
Oh, totally. And he's like balancing all those like tones.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like him jumping from different genres forces him to not rest on his laurels, and he has to like adapt every time to do something new.
I mean, even look at his work on Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's totally different. The closest thing in tone that he did to it was probably Brick.
Yeah, I'd buy that. Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like a similar tone at least, but still very different.
totally.
Robinson on Brick, that movie's fucked up.
Which one?
Brick.
Yeah, man, it's freaking amazing though.
It is.
The fact that their relationship is still so fractured and yet they're still together because they literally only have each other no matter how much they like butt heads like this.
Yeah,
Again, what a family dynamic, right? And it's something that you see that comes up again in Knives Out.
This is one that does very much improve on a rewatch because you see little moments like here, the little moments of you've got something up your sleeve.
Mark Ruffalo, yeah, buy me a steak dinner, please.
Also, what's funny? The whole camel scene, I was sitting on this. You're not supposed to see the camel at first. Only some certain people will, depending on like how you identify with like illusion and stuff. So the camel's just supposed to be a surprise, but because it's like a magic based movie, it's kind of there's a lot of studies on this. If you watch Brain Games, I think like the second episode they'll dive deep into that. It's really cool.
I love that show. It's so much fun. This whole thing.
It's so good.
And what a plan, by the way. Like, again, their plans are so overly convoluted, and them watching is just so perfect.
Corona, oh no.
Corona.
Yeah, they're drinking Coronas.
I got a Puerto Rican beer that I'm gonna drink probably tomorrow. I'm really excited for it.
I like how they're still using kid logic as well, like to kind of get stuff jump started for their heist.
This shot is amazing.
This feels very Harry Potter, like almost that shot.
This whole film, actually, Evan, now that you bring it up, is a little bit British. Like, it's got a little bit of a British sensibility that you don't see in a lot of American films. Like, it definitely has that vibe. So I'm glad that you said that. Yeah, I just, even Paddington to a point, right? Like, because the Paddington films are obviously very British in the right way, and I love that.
Guys, what the fuck is on my left here?
I don't even know what is happening.
How the fuck?
Chris Clark, ladies and gentlemen.
You literally put a knife that poster on my wall.
Oh, that's awesome.
He wanted to make sure that it was still there for you, Evan.
I really thank God for Chris Clark.
Is she having? She's just okay.
She just keeps crashing. I love how Rachel Weisz's character is I love how Mark Ruffalo's like, I literally don't know what to say in this moment. Like, he can't even put a number on it. Just everything about that situation. She's smoking in the hospital.
If I saw you and then had a seizure, would you feel good about?
No.
Would you feel good about that?
No.
What a simple way to start their conversation. They took my car.
Rachel Weisz is so good. She needs to be in more stuff.
Yeah.
I need to see The Favorite.
Remember when she was in a remake of Invasion of the Body Snatchers? Good times.
She was?
Is she
Is
in
that
that?
the Nicole Kidman one?
Or am I thinking wrong? No, that was Nicole Kidman.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Daniel Craig and Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
I was like,
Bro, I put Rachel Weisz in it for whatever reason in my head.
Yeah. Should be good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't blame you for just in your mind casting her in more things because that's that's.
I mean, it is Rachel Weisz. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Also, PJ, really off topic, but I officially hate you because I guess we're now watching Bad Boys 3 for Mother's Day. I don't know how this happened, but then we talked about Bad Boys 1 and 2.
I mean, you love me and you're welcome, number one. Bad Boys 3 is a triumph.
that's
I don't know
word.
how it happened, but it came up today.
Jacob, nobody asked you, okay?
Nobody asked me. Trust me. Nobody wants to know what I think. I'll tell you that right.
Bad Boys 3 is a triumph, and I'm not going to hear otherwise.
We saw it in a freaking 4D theater.
40X movie.
We saw it as a 4D movie, and that was an
Kind of
experience.
epic. It's honestly kind of epic.
Yeah. See, Mike going off. Don't ever complain about Bad Boys. And Armac's right. It is Rachel Weisz. I'm very bad at the pronunciation.
You know what? If I try to say it like that, I feel like it makes me sound like more of a moron. So I just don't do it.
Yeah. I don't like
bias.
I don't like feeling pretentious, and I feel pretentious.
Yeah, I don't
when say it
either.
like that. You know, like as weird as that sounds. Their relationship is adorable to me, by the way, because the whole thing is, remember, he was like, I don't want to wake up next to someone who thinks they know who I am, and like he really does try to open up and be himself with her. And I kind of love that. And her collecting hobbies because she's rich and doesn't know what else to do is the best.
I love the freaking montage of her hobbying.
Yeah. Anything interesting? What are all the things that you do?
Just your normal stuff.
And the fact that she's learned so many things.
I know.
Metrodome, a really big fear of mine that makes no sense. Metrodomes, they really scare the crap out of me.
Really?
Just for no reason?
Well, because they keep time so perfectly, and it's really
Okay.
mesmerizing. But at the same time, it's like, how is this a thing? And then it just sticks in your head, and you're like, whew.
The fact that she was a DJ, by the way.
Nice.
And Evan, they only think that they control time, by the way, because remember, time is a construct right now.
God damn it.
Where's the lie, Evan? Where's the lie?
Literally, how did the guys? That happened again.
What
What?
happened again?
What?
Just look at my screen.
Oh, did he change it again?
Pretty soon, Evan's screen is just going to be posters, and we're not going to see his face anymore by the end of this.
How is
Oh, yeah.
How do you keep doing that?
I like how you actually thought it was on your wall. You were like, "Is it actually like there?"
I just. Thank you, Chris. But also, how the? At least make it a Ratatouille poster or something. I don't know. Just not Bad Boys for Life.
Month. And you didn't have a Ratatouille poster at your old place. You had a Knives Out poster. This is just you know making up for it.
I know. The Bad Boys one though is it's like a dagger in the heart.
No, it's not because Bad
I
Boys.
feel that on a personal level.
Yeah. It's Evan though.
Yeah, fair enough, I guess.
I can tell Hogue is like super entranced by the movie right now.
It's so dialogue heavy. I'm trying to like.
I'm sorry, Hogue.
I know I have. I
don't
haven't
know
seen
if
before.
I want to watch for the first time on a watch along.
Yeah, I was thinking about watching it beforehand just to like have it fresh, but I didn't. I'm lazy.
I was gonna do it, but
See,
I
well,
didn't.
now you know that you definitely are going to have to go back and revisit it after this.
So the Bard says that this song and he have a history. I'd be curious what this history is. And I love this song. It's so good. This whole movie's cinematography is so beautiful too.
I know.
And, the camera movement, it's so subtle the way it's going, but it feels like its own character. Like it.
Wait.
Well, yes, Evan.
Hogue, remember when we were talking about contrasting colors on the podcast on Tuesday? About the orange and the blue?
Yeah.
So she's wearing green. At the start of the movie, he was wearing a red bloody. His theme was red and bloody.
So it's going to be a Christmas movie. Is what you're saying.
No. God, that's not.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
Get out of here, Hogue.
She sounds so sad when she asks him, like, "Are you leaving?"
Oh, I love that shot so much.
Yeah.
Because I highly doubt he even realizes that he's like moving to rub her hand, but he's just subconsciously doing it. Oh, that's awesome.
Well, and her reaction, like the way that she's looking at him, and she so badly doesn't want him to leave because she hasn't felt someone like in her life in this way in so long, and it's really beautiful.
It is.
Oh, her smile.
I know.
You don't want them to leave.
I get it, but again, it is she's the mark. In
Right.
a regular heist movie, you'd be like, here comes the tragedy. But you got the setup of he wants the
Looking
realness.
sassy and all white.
Armok said it again. The film is full of Wes Andersonisms, and song is a big one. It definitely has that very folksy feel. Again, as we've been talking about kind of throughout, it feels a little bit like a mix of Wes Anderson and Big Fish. I love that. And yeah, Brody is a Wes Anderson alum, and that is also awesome.
So, Evan, how's your collection going?
Oh, beautiful. Wait, what's above me? I can't see it. Is that Hamilton?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I just have the 9 viewers thing like stuck right there. If you use StreamYards, you know what I'm talking about. So I couldn't see what it was right above me. I just knew it was something. Glad it's Hamilton. This is great, Chris. Thank you so much. Finally get to live my best life. Took long enough, but here we are.
You just need to have Chris follow you around and literally digitally input things around you while you're on camera, Evan.
Mark Zuckerberg, listen to these ideas so we can accomplish them. Giving Zuck more power, probably not a smart thing, but here we are.
Also, can we talk about the fact this is another film that really matters that Rachel Weisz actually gets on a boat? Like, this is very Mummy-esque. Like, just saying.
This movie's so goofy. Like,
I know.
how did I just want to hear those conversations with Ryan and like his actors of like it's gonna feel weird, but it'll be fun.
Bro, shuffleboarding is an underrated sport.
Evan, there are a lot of things I would have expected you to say that it doesn't even come close to that list. Take your prune juice and get out of here.
Wow, that's rude.
I'm sorry, Evan. I'm sorry.
I
like this song.
So we never got the Bard story. I was really excited for it, but it's no longer here.
Her in this scene is like, if anyone gives me a compliment, I'm also just like, I can't. I'm broken. I can't. I don't know what to say.
Ooh.
Bard replied, said, "I'm typing. It's a bait."
Okay, I appreciate that.
All right, we're gonna take 10 minutes to read.
Yeah. This card sequence is great. Shuffleboard is a sport, Star Drew. I don't necessarily watch it, but it is a sport.
I'm definitely gonna like be old and play shuffleboard. That's definitely the thing I'm gonna do.
I want to go on a cruise so badly one day just so that I can play shuffleboard and say I've done it on a boat, and then like we're good.
It's great.
Even
It's
right
a
now?
fantastic game.
Even with
No, I'm not going to do it right now. What are you fucking kidding me?
okay, but I mean, even after everything that everyone's been saying about cruise ships, you want to go on a cruise ship?
Dude, do I have anything else going on?
That's fair.
Cruise ships are great. What are people saying? I fucking love them.
I mean, they're like hives for freaking spreading viruses.
I mean, so are planes.
True.
And we
I've never been on a cruise, and now I'm just like, I don't know if it's worth it. R.I.P. to me having that experience.
I say we all go on a cruise when this is all over, guys. Get one of those Disney cruises and it'll be fun.
No. You go out of Tampa, so I don't have to pay for a flight.
No, but we could still get a Disney cruise, I said. Like we
Yeah,
all
those are
go.
expensive.
Yeah, but we know people.
Do we?
I do.
Okay.
I got you. I got you.
Oh, look at the mirror. I feel like he's like hiding
this card
stuff
trick though.
in other parts of the frame, and I need to like pay attention to all of it. And it's freaking
Hey,
Just
can someone tag Robert Parker? They're doing a magic trick at a bar.
Yeah, someone let Robert Parker know we're watching the movie that influenced his life. Mike says the last time he was on a cruise, it was like 20 years ago. Mike, how old are you again? Because you're like my age, so you must have been pretty young then.
My favorite part about cruise ships is the comedy sets literally every single night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And they're funny too.
Dude, we should get Mark Ellis on one. Yeah. Okay. So you were like 7. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Whoa, that's a cool trick. That's really cool. I was like, where's this going?
The way he asks her to dance right there, and he says, "I'm not sure if in your hobbying you learned how to dance," is so perfect. Like, what a smooth criminal he actually is. Literally smooth criminal.
There will be,
Yeah.
there will be 2 moments in Last Jedi
And
that
the lighting.
that I require us all to be quiet for, like the line that is written, because it is so cool. It makes me shiver every time.
Yeah.
But we'll get there. Ooh.
Fair enough.
Ooh.
And look who it is.
Ugh, the king.
I love him. What is he doing outside of Hogwarts right now? He should be protecting Harry.
I mean, didn't we just say this was basically Harry Potter anyway?
That's what I'm saying. So why isn't he with Harry right now? That's where he should be. I'm always about Robbie Coltrane being in things, but like he has priorities right now. Harry's still at Hogwarts when this movie comes out, you guys.
Who's in Harry Potter?
He's Hagrid.
That was the wrong
Don't
time to
spit on
take
the
a drink.
equipment.
That was not the right time to do that.
Your face right now.
How did you? Even I do this.
He speaks French.
I mean, isn't he dating that French headmaster wizard anyway? There you go. From Beaubaton.
Yeah.
I'm shook.
I think we just killed Pat. I think he's dead.
Yeah, we've killed Pat Hogue. That reaction is single-handedly the best thing that's happened on this network.
Look at how smooth he is. Oh,
I need
this
a
is
cigarette.
ridiculous.
Dude, I just want to be Adrian Brody in this movie, you guys.
Right? He's so good.
I'd settle for being Adrian Brody. Oh my god! Wait, that's gonna catch on fire. His jacket.
I love how whimsical the music is during this sequence.
It really does have, again, those Big Fish vibes, man. Because Big Fish is so whimsical in the same way. This would make a good double feature with Big Fish. That's what I've decided. I know what I'm watching later tonight, guys. I'm watching.
Oh God!
Big Fish. Why are you saying, "Oh God"? Big Fish.
PJ, bless your soul.
What?
That's just a lot to do in one night.
Bro, I've already watched Haunt today. I was watching John Wick before we got on here.
PJ, you have a tolerance that I do not have. Oh, he's bonding, or she's bonding with the rest of them.
The bar said, "Oh no, everyone is hot." That's true.
Hagrid says that he's also in the greatest 007 film, GoldenEye, and World Is Not Enough.
Oh, I need to see
Actually,
GoldenEye.
have you not seen GoldenEye? It's a good thing that we're doing Bond in November, bro.
Oh,
Hey
God.
Pat, take a look to your right.
What the? Why, Chris? Why? Why is Mark Ruffalo staring at me? Yeah, Jacob. Mike is saying you're correct, by the way, about things. So, let your ego get a little bigger.
We start and fall.
This character is actually probably closer to his character from the Bond films in a way.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely the Bond. He's definitely playing another version of that. Then yeah.
Hagrid. Hagrid is a character that you can't replicate.
But it is funny. Like, he actually is fairly famous for playing villains more than he is
more than Hagrid.
More than heroes.
I've never known him outside of Harry Potter, so this is.
But that's
just
something that
strange.
you didn't even know him inside Harry Potter. So like,
I just knew he was Hagrid. I didn't know the actor, but it was like this warm person.
I'm a big fan of Robbie Coltrane. I think he's he's such a great actor. Like every time he's in something, I think he elevates his material, and I think he's one of the best character actors who's probably worked in the business in the last 40 years. And so when he pops up in things like this, it's always a treat because I think he always treats every role with a great respect, but he also definitely gets the tone of what they're going for. So in this one, I think he's very just kind of whimsically fun. Like there's almost a campiness to his character that I really dig.
Without
That's a
this
list I'd
coming
love to go through. Top 20 character actors in the past 2 decades or
Dude, we should do that. We could do that as a PJ Campbell episode.
without
I
this,
have one that hits the top 10 easy.
Well, he's very much a British John Goodman. Like the two of them are very similar in their performances and their roles and what they do.
Right. Stardew says Rachel isn't the worst in Bourne Legacy. I actually really like the Bourne Legacy. I have a hot take that it's actually my favorite sequel in that franchise outside of Supremacy. So, and then Armok says that the character is actually inspired by Belloc too, and I think that's accurate. Yes. This movie's so grand. It's so beautifully shot. Look at that.
So what's their plan again?
You don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. Technically,
We don't know why she's a mark.
No,
We
don't.
know. The only reason we know she's a mark is because her dad was rich. and she's now, and like her dad was really rich, and she's now bored with all this money.
So we don't know that they're trying to rob her.
We know that they're trying to do something. We aren't really sure fully exactly what the plans are yet.
What it is.
Huh. Interesting. It's that haircut. Mark Ruffalo. Half my babies.
Yeah.
Wait, that's foreshadowing. The day I die, the day I con you is the day I die, Blue.
Hey, don't
He's gonna
spoil
fucking die.
anything, Evan.
Evan hasn't seen this.
Evan hasn't seen it.
Oh.
Mark Ruffalo is gone.
I'm just paying attention
Oh, okay.
to the movie.
I thought I was the only one who hadn't seen it.
No, I haven't seen it. I wouldn't
you-
spoil it.
He literally said that to you at the beginning of the podcast.
I did.
I have the memory of a goldfish.
That's true, you do.
You look like a goldfish.
I like how globe-trotting this movie is, too.
Oh, this music.
Yeah,
It's feeding my soul exactly what I need.
This score is just so fantastic, you guys.
I know. Ugh.
Adrian Brody in a sweater. Yes.
I love how this is just turning into the Adrian Brody thirst podcast show. And I'm all for it, by the way. 100% on board with this. And also the Mark Ruffalo one as well.
Yeah.
It's really just a thirst podcast, actually.
I'm fine with this. It's a sexy movie.
Hell yeah.
Can we believe what she's saying?
Argentine. This movie is actually like rapid fire in its dialogue. You learn so much in the right way. It kind of reminds me of Tarantino dialogue, but more with that
Direct vibe.
Yeah, a little bit Brick, a little bit Wes Anderson-y too, because a lot of his films kind of have that same kind of feel. It's got an indie movie vibe for being a movie that was made for $20 million.
Yeah.
Like it really does.
It's quick-witted without like seeming on the same level the whole time. Like it flows.
Right.
And in Looper, Last Jedi, and Knives Out, he kind of brings it back in different doses in different ways.
It's
It
just
could
like,
be. It could be this whole friends thing, but this movie's reminding me of Amelie a little bit.
Yeah.
sure. I could see that. It's just got the right amount of quirkiness in everything that it's doing.
Absolutely. There's so much quirkiness in this movie, from the score to the cinematography to the characters, and it all just ties together so well.
Yeah.
Guys, look, it's
It
big
really
thing about
brings
Will.
out what people have been talking about.
Okay.
She's so quirky. Whoa. It's a good shot.
Rian Johnson has done for sweaters what Tarantino has done for feet. What a fucking great joke. Thank you, Armac.
I mean, I'll definitely take the sweater thing over the feet thing personally,
Oh,
but
yeah. That eat shit sweater is my favorite thing.
oh, I need it. I need it.
That's probably like a $150 sweater for sure.
Oh, totally. Their plans are just the most ridiculous things to look at on paper like that, and they crack me up. You know, it's also got a little bit of an Agatha Christie like mystery vibe too, in the same way that Knives Out does, but in just a different type of way. And maybe it's because there's so much of like the globe-trotting feel and being on these different vessels of transportation, you know?
Yeah, but it is doing the same thing of, you know, what Knives Out did for Agatha Christie murder mysteries of making you sympathize with the killer.
Right.
Whereas this is a heist movie where we don't know what the goal is. So we're almost learning the heist with the people planning it and the people who are about to be affected by it.
Mhm. Again, kind of very similar to The Sting also, which is why I love The Sting so much, and I will continue to compare the two films.
Unless you have an excess of eyeballs in your skull, I suggest you stay away from me and my brother. See, that's so appropriate because this movie is going to do like fun genre stuff, but it's also, yeah, you set a letter on fire. It's going to be on fire in your hand.
I love how they like are just staring at how cool it is that when it's on fire, and then it's like, oh, they're just like, oh shit, it's on fire. God damn it.
I have a friend.
You do.
So what's the actor's name again, Pat?
I don't know, but I like him.
Robbie Coltrane.
Robbie Coltrane.
What a cool name. Was that an F-bomb? Was that the F-bomb of the movie?
Of course. Because this is what? He's only made two PG... No, he's made 3 PG-13 films.
Yeah.
Star Wars, this, and...
Knives Out. Yeah.
Sorry, The Last Jedi is NC-17.
Is Looper R?
Yeah, Looper's very...
Yeah. There's not too much language. But there is the surgery scene, which is pretty...
Gosh, I just love her so much in this movie.
Just enjoy the ride, man.
I just...
in love with him.
Yeah, of course. She hit him with the car. It's very Back to the Future, if you will.
But she's also, as she adopts habits and hobbies, she adopts personalities. And she's kind of getting into the Mark Ruffalo vibe of, look what we're doing. This is fun.
Hey, Pat, PJ, your Mark Ruffalo's moved.
Oh dear God! What the hell?
Mark Ruffalo has moved, and now Pat has a friend as well.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm surprised it's not Hagrid.
Do you like where Mark Ruffalo is now?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And he leaves. You stupid man! You left.
Nah, she's drunk, bruh.
I mean, I know, but
Last. You leave.
that's fair.
What a scene.
Apparently, there's a baby Yoda somewhere in here too.
Oh God.
What?
How the hell did you? Is it?
I don't know.
Where's the baby Yoda?
This has become a weird although.
It's by a certain Coke product.
Yeah, this is currently
There it is.
maybe the weirdest watch along we've ever done, and yet now there's a baby Yoda.
I don't know her name. I don't know if they said her name, but their co-partner, the Brothers Bloom's co-partner, gives me
Bang,
straight
bang.
Daniel Craig vibes out of Knives Out, like at the beginning of the movie, where you're just kind of there.
Yeah, see, the Bard's right. Bang Bang's just there, freaking judging him. Can't have it right.
Threw the sunglasses, missed them, took out a new pair of sunglasses.
And there's the gunshot.
Oh God. I guess statues can't fly.
Good morning.
What a freaking majestic robe that is.
What a great opening. I have been drinking. Come inside. Morning drinking is the best, though, right?
No.
With mimosas and stuff? Absolutely.
I mean,
Mimosas are legit.
Dude, there was this place up in my hometown that had the best mimosas. Like, they had 50 different flavors of mimosas that you could get at this little breakfast nook, and it was incredible. Not that I would know anything about that or anything.
Of course not.
I totally didn't work overnights at one time when I was, and then every other day, a bunch of my coworkers and I totally didn't go there and day drink after our job and then go home. Nope, definitely never
Well, it
happened.
doesn't sound like you.
No.
Can't believe that's Hagrid. Can't believe it.
I love that you're still on that.
He's so different.
It's a different role for him, man, but I like him in it. It's fun.
What an actor.
Again, I think he's arguably one of the best character actors of the last 20, 30 years. I think he's fantastic in everything.
He can wear the fuck out of a mustache.
Yeah, he can.
Mustache.
And dude, even a beard too.
Oh, I love that shot so much down the staircase.
Yes,
Oh.
it's so beautiful. There's so much to be said about how this is. So here's the Bard story. The Bard said, one night I was at home and I heard Penelope's theme played during the watermelon pinhole camera scene, and also this one, and it started playing on the other side of the house. I heard it with the headphones on and bolted across the house to find my mother watching a McDonald's ad that was for some reason using the song to sell burgers. It was one of the weirdest experiences of my life. That is incredible and so strange, and I love everything about that. What a great story. Thank you for sharing that, Bard.
Yeah, you know what? I love that story because that's like the most random happenstance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they're so cute. And then
Adrian, what are you doing?
you don't let go of Rachel Weisz's hand. You don't do it.
He can't
I'm
do attached.
trying not to get close because you're about to rob her.
Yeah, but you know what, man? You just go with it.
Hey, that's a movie.
What?
Just go with it.
Just go with it is a movie with Adam Sandler.
I love this scene so much.
What a bar. That looks nice.
Dude, I need to travel to Greece, clearly.
Anyone who flicks a lighter is
super
powerful.
I can't do it. I've tried my whole life to try to do that. Gabriel says, plot twist. Penelope's father is the founder of McDonald's. You very cute girl.
When did this drunk pirate come into the movie?
Right now. There's a drunk pirate.
Who is that? Who's that actor?
Maybe. Facts, please.
Million last film. I'm trying to find out what he else has done. He won an Oscar for Judgment at Nuremberg.
There's a couple of people he kind of reminds me of, and I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
That's such a good line.
The Bard, I think you mean excess of eyeballs.
This is
dangling on his eye patch.
He reminds me of Frank Langella.
Yes.
Like, that's what I'm picturing in my head right now, is he kind of reminds me of Frank Langella. Mike K says Alfred Molina or Andy Garcia, hard to tell. He kind of looks like Alfred Molina a little bit too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Or a little Christopher Lee as well.
Yeah, a little Christopher Lee. He was one of the great character actors too.
You kind of looks like Alfred Molina in like 20 years.
Actors, and I can't stop thinking about J.K. Simmons, and I really wanted.
I mean, he might but he might be one of the. He may be the all-time great character actor. He's up there at least. Christopher Lee, obviously too, but I mean, like,
yeah.
I mean, there's a couple I can think of off the top of my head, like Michael Biehn. Michael Bihn's an all-time great character actor too.
This is such an intense scene for such a whimsical movie, but I love it so much.
I know. Remember me. What great dialogue, and what a way to just kind of play that dread and tension up. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like.
Bro, Adrian Brody wanted to John Wick his ass, but he never did.
PJ, look out.
Oh, dear God, now what?
Oh,
God, he's hiding behind my Blu-ray collection apparently now.
He stabbed the top of his hand, then dragged it. That's so specific and weird.
Okay. I'm going to tell everyone who's watching this, by the way, if you have not seen the movie Haunt, you need to see the movie Haunt. It came out last year. It's written and directed by the guys who wrote A Quiet Place. And it is one of the best horror films I've seen in probably the last 5 or 6 years. I think it's fantastic. But the thing that you brought up with the glass and like the way he cut up, it reminded me of something from the movie.
Oh God.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I'm probably not going to watch it then.
No, it's not. I'm telling you, it's not. There's a couple of scenes, but it's not like a torture porny type thing, and it's
hiding from the shotgun.
But yes, watch Haunt. It's freaking amazing. I'm obsessed with it. I watched it again before we. And if you have Shudder, it's on Shudder, so it's free. But all the streaming services currently have it too. We stand for indie horror in this network.
Oh shit! We stand a movie on YouTube for free. That's legal.
Well, Evan, you're taking the fall for us. Like a good heist movie, we need a fall guy, and it's you.
No, I say the dude who keeps doing all the graphics changes and making this weird takes the fall.
Wait, there's another one there.
I know.
PJ, walk on.
I know. I see him.
And now he's gone.
Why does she have a bunch of doll legs?
Because she's Bang Bang. We don't ask questions. It just happens.
Fair.
Look how happy she is blowing things up.
That's a cool look.
She's really just Sabine.
Sabine
Like
with
the
dialogue. Her whole reason that the whole way they found her, she just appeared and we figure she'll just disappear is brilliant. Bite K, and here we find Bang Bang in her natural habitat. She's such a great character, though, man. I love her.
I do too. She's fantastic.
Yeah, she's just so much fun.
Bane, another Bane.
She's the porgs of this movie. You know, this little extra element that just adds a little extra flavor to all the proceedings.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool.
So Wes Anderson, right down to the zoom outs. The zoom outs are a little Sam Raimi though too. That's Sam Raimi does things like that.
But it's also something he doesn't do again until like Knives Out. He really saves that trick, and he saves it for genre appropriate.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
If I can imagine a zoom out in The Last Jedi, just obviously needs to, and you're like, pardon?
Yeah.
Ben?
He's very, very aware of where he should be using this kind of filmmaking technique and stuff. Like that's what I've always liked about Ryan, just kind of overall, is he's just very talented and
great 2-shot right here.
A brilliant 2-shot. But just he really knows when to hold back on doing anything too crazy. Like there's some stuff in The Last Jedi he did that no one else had done with Star Wars, but he doesn't take it to like Wes Anderson type levels. Although now I kind of want that. I wonder what Taika's Star Wars film will look like.
Oh, dude, Taika Star Wars. Let me tell you.
I still got to see The Mandalorian in the episode he directed.
Wait, you haven't seen Mandalorian yet?
Nah.
Oh,
You can definitely tell the one that's directed by Taika is directed by Taika.
And it's just down to a one scene. As soon as one scene happens, you go, oh, that's Taika's. Okay, this is Taika's episode.
PJ, what was your question?
I'm just so upset with you right now. I don't.
Yeah, I had to list.
They're so cute. They're so
Dude,
cute. Oh my
It's
God.
8 episodes and they're like 20 minutes each.
They're like
20 minutes.
no, they're
They're
like
like 30, but I
Hold
mean, one of them is like 23.
PJ, attractive people are kissing right now.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
true.
was just thinking that you guys aren't focusing on the important things.
The bar's
She's literally
amazing.
like
Also, you can tell this wasn't
she's
one of her
consuming
hobbies.
his entire face, and that's
definitely not,
exactly,
Look at this.
that's exactly what you should be doing.
This would have been the funnest scene to shoot. I guarantee you that. Rachel, you are going to be the worst kisser in the world. Go.
Just literally try to eat his whole face and
That is
just
exactly-
go.
Well, where'd Hagrid go? Hagrid?
Armax says Taika's Star Wars better have Jedi Jeff Goldblum.
Oh my God.
God, this score is so good.
It is. This
I
score is amazing.
know. Oh,
It might be my favorite score from a Rian Johnson film, to be honest. I think it's just so perfectly whimsical in all the right ways. I mean, I love the music in Brick. I love the music in Last Jedi. I love the music in Looper, but there's just something about this one. Like,
I don't remember Looper score too much. There's a lot about that movie I'm excited to.
Rediscover.
Yeah.
I know Ryan is super excited to watch Looper next week with us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love how thought out all this stuff. They're so good at what they do, and yet they feel so amateur sometimes too. I don't know. I kind of love that.
She just sniffed his fingers.
Oh, Maxwell's here. Hi, Max.
Hi, Max.
ooh.
What's up, Max? How you doing? Oh shit.
So that happened. I gotta say, so they definitely use. So you can get away. Most people think that you can get away with only one fuck.
was about to say, that was two.
No, it was 3. That is the third. You can say it 3 times in a PG-13 film, depending on the context, and get away with it. So
Wow.
they did it.
It's the non-sexual context. That's what it has to be.
And
And
I
it
think,
comes in a row.
yeah,
Big bada boom.
and I think that they perfectly use them in all the right ways in this one. Like they come at the best moments, and just it works.
If context is Climax, then you and I have a lot to break down.
I like
Wow.
that Rachel Weisz looks like a bank robber, like from the 1920s.
Yeah.
A bowler cap, little like cape.
Yes, she does look cute in the cape and hat. I can't at all.
Honestly, looks like a character out of a Lego game.
Little bit, yeah.
I think she's giving me more of those Harry Potter vibes we keep talking about.
It's true.
I love that he threw that theory out there for all of us.
I like how she runs.
I like that Max has explained this. I can say go fuck yourself, but not I fucked PJ.
Yeah.
That's true. You
And
can't.
you can. You'll just make it R-rated.
I mean, and you. I'm not going to go there. We're not going to talk about that.
Okay.
This is a family podcast.
Why is this book stored like this?
I agree with Mike. It would have been fun to be an extra during this whole sequence. Like, I can't even imagine. Is this the most extras that Ryan has in any film at one time in this
I feel
sequence?
like it has to be.
has to.
Outside of maybe the execution scene in Last Jedi when they're going to execute
Yeah, when all the
Finn.
First Order people are
that's
there.
the only other one maybe.
Yeah, this one looks real close. I mean, there's a lot of people filling that frame, man.
There's some news media scenes in Knives Out where it's like a lot of groups of reporters and stuff.
Yeah, but not like that. I mean, that was like
But
a
you
lot of
don't really see people.
Yeah.
You see the vans and you see
Well, and also Looper has like all them like driving throughout the streets, seeing like all the people like living in the city. Like,
right.
They're just more spread out. That's like a big group of folks.
Wait, I love that. As long as she doesn't do anything suspicious, and there she is crawling in the fucking vents.
I love that.
And they're all watching it.
We're just staring at it.
She's such a good physical comedian.
She really is.
Their faces are so good.
You know what else this movie has a vibe of that we haven't really brought up? It really has a vibe of the Peter Sellers Pink Panther films. Yeah, all of them. Like Shot in the Dark, Pink Panther Returns. Like, it definitely feels like those Peter Sellers Pink Panther films.
She kicks a guy.
And I miss stuff like that. We don't get a lot of that. We don't get a lot of those kind of mystery films anymore, especially the Pink Panther slapstick versions almost. I do love the Pink Panther.
Yeah, but I think that just adds to his... Rian is weirdly, like, he's very traditional. He's very, like, a classical filmmaker, but he's very eccentric, too. And he just balances it so perfectly, both in, like, physical comedy, but also visual comedy with, like, the camera.
Right.
Pink Panther is a movie. That's all I have to say.
The original or the Steve Martin one? Because we're talking about the originals, Evan.
I think the original.
So I will say this. I don't disagree when you say that about the Pink Panther, but everything after the Pink Panther, I think it's even better. The first one's good. It's very good. But A Shot in the Dark is the best Pink Panther film by a lot. And that was the sequel.
Whoa.
And if you've never seen A Shot in the Dark, I really implore you to search out A Shot in the Dark. I think it is one of the most brilliant slapstick comedies / mysteries of all time.
It is kind of crazy that this is Rian Johnson's second movie. He goes from a high school like investigative thing to a globe-trotting heist movie.
Right. They're so massively different from going from Brick to this. And that's what I think it's one of the few times where, in my opinion, I think at least the sophomore slump doesn't exist, because I think Rian had already proved with Brick he was a really magnificent filmmaker, and he went with something so drastically different and lands it that it's very impressive.
My one thing that I am one day curious about is watching a Rian Johnson film that he doesn't write.
That's Breaking Bad. That's all his episodes he's done.
But I'm meaning a narrative film. Like I'm curious to see what would he do with it.
But it's weird because he's such a puzzle box filmmaker. Like he likes the mystery. He likes unraveling that. If he's not kind of with it from the inception, it's because his films are visually built on revealing stuff. I think he would have to come across just a script that blows him away that, I need to do this.
Mike says that, I said this before, and it bears repeating, Rian Johnson needs to direct an animated film at some point in his career. This movie and Knives Out show he already has great comedic timing, so imagine applying that to animation.
An animated movie or an anime miniseries. Like, because he loves anime. Like, give him like a Cowboy Bebop to like write his own just kind of like Odyssey. Oh. Now you're losing more apples, sir.
This might be my favorite song in the movie so far.
So good.
Oh, such a good shot, tracking with him down the hill.
Do you spell epiphany? Epiphany is probably one of my favorite words. Yes. Oh. Hello.
They're just so cute together.
I know. And
again, to the point of what we talked about a little bit with Brick, the black and white right here. of the duality of their relationship and who's the good and who's the bad in the situation is very interesting.
Guys, better boat. This movie or Fool's Gold?
Are you kidding me, Evan?
Are you kidding me? Fool's Gold is like a terrible movie.
I love Fool's Gold. How dare you?
Gabriel said that Ryan and Nathan have been considering making a musical, which would
Oh my
shut
God.
my socks off.
Oh my God. Don't tease me with this if I'm not going to get it at some point,
Yeah.
Ryan. I
that
need
or a
it.
horror movie. I would love to see him do this.
How about both?
You know what I would
Okay,
love-
no, that's both.
Now, look, I'll say this. I would love to see them do an original musical, but I also would like to see him get Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Channing Tatum and remake Guys and Dolls and have Ryan direct it.
Oh,
I'm just throwing that out there.
oh, I
PJ,
need it.
because they were rumored to do it for a long time.
That's why I'm saying that. Like, get Ryan to direct those two.
Rian Johnson's Guys and Dolls.
It's got a nice ring to it.
That's
Oh yeah.
you're onto something
yeah.
there.
I'm just throwing that out there because,
Like if you let him adapt it, like
Right.
rewrite it, maybe even modernize it.
Yep, I would love to see what he could do with it. I think
That's
I
not bad.
yeah, I think he could do something really interesting with it because I really like Guys and Dolls, but I think you could even make it better.
Bro, she shot down the tree.
Yep, she shot down the tree.
As
I'm-
Bard says, I love that tree.
I'm excited for the Knives Out sequel. It
I am
is
too.
a little disappointing of just I also do want the Star Wars trilogy he's supposed to do, but I just give me more original stuff. Ryan, just like keep
Yeah.
going.
I'm kind of the same. I'm kind of wanting to do. I'm kind of wish he would do Knives Out 2 after. Like he would do something, and then Knives Out 2. But I get why he can't.
Well,
Like, I
also,
do
yeah.
understand.
we also have to give the credit where credit's due. Doing an original sequel to an original IP is a big deal.
Totally. Yeah.
And we don't get a lot of that these days. And
No,
on
we
top of
don't.
that, like if you look at it, it's still an original movie because he's going to have to craft an entirely new mystery out of
Totally.
it. And it's for all we know, it's going to be massively different.
Yeah. And he'll
Well,
probably
just
get
the-
more bigger cast members since Knives Out was such a big success and like
Right.
Well, and
bigger production.
More bigger cast members, more
Yeah.
bigger.
much to PJ's point, like it's hard enough these days to get any like real original movies that make a lot of money, but then we're gonna get a sequel to it. That's
Right.
crazy.
It's
That's
yeah.
insane.
All right, you're winning me back.
That's-
Knives Out 2. Knives
You know what's so
harder.
crazy? No, here's what's even
Knives
crazy about Knives Out and its release. The rate when it went from the first run theaters to the second run theaters was only 6 weeks. It was a 6-week turnaround to the second run theaters.
Yeah.
Because the FSU was able to get the rights for the film 6 weeks after it
I
released,
love
which
her in
is like
orange.
for blockbuster films.
She looks so good in orange.
She looks like Velma.
I mean, she looks
Yeah,
good literally in anything, though.
she looks good in everything, but I really like when
Wait,
they put
guys,
her.
she's wearing her front
I like
outfit.
her in the bright orange.
But legitimately, I think it's pretty amazing that he gets to do a sequel to Knives Out kind of period. So I'm going to take it as a win because it's still original no matter what. Oh.
So we still don't know what the con is yet. They got a book for, Frenchman, and they're doing something with her.
And and he told her everything.
Yeah.
God, man.
That's a good point. Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo always makes good points.
Mark Ruffalo? What? Yeah.
So I really think we need to tweet at Rian Johnson this Guys and Dolls thing because it's not leaving.
I
my
think
head.
you should. I definitely think you should make the tweet and we'll all just retweet it.
Channing Tatum in a Rian Johnson movie sounds kind of perfect.
That's what I'm saying.
Because he equips so well to that kind of like him with Tarantino, the Coen brothers. So him with Rian Johnson, he's willing to make fun of himself. Get Rachel Weisz back to be the church girl.
Shit, what's her name? Catherine. What's the actress's name? Catherine. right, thanks, guys.
Wait, from what?
Knives Out.
Catherine Langford.
Langford, thank you. She's not the church
She's
girl,
Aussie.
but she is a girl.
She's an Aussie.
She's also in 13 Reasons Why. Take that.
There's actually a funny story about that. Like, she did the audition and she basically had to get her visa approved within like a week so that she could go over and actually film it.
Oh shit. Oh, now she sees a side of Adrian Brody that she's not gonna like.
Ow! Punched his spine.
Yeah, bro.
Is that real? If a gun falls like that, will it go off?
It depends,
Yeah,
actually. Yeah, because the force of the gravity going and hitting the floor, the recoil actually might make it shoot off.
Evan, how many people have you accidentally killed?
None yet, surprisingly.
No! Shut Mark Ruffalo. He's even sexier bloody.
He's even sexier. Bloody.
All right, guys, it's out there. I tweeted it.
All right.
Make it
I'm
happen.
getting on.
All right.
I'm getting on it.
We got to get that Guys and Dolls remake with Gordon Levitt and
That's kind of perfect.
Channing Tatum.
Dang it.
It's out there, folks.
Mark Ruffalo was shot.
And that's pretty in bloom. That was a really bad joke. I'm sorry. Ignore I said anything.
3 retweets already.
We got to get this trending. Rian Johnson, Guys and Dolls. Whoever owns the rights to Guys and Dolls, let's make this happen. Oh, don't worry, Mike K. I did tag Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Channing Tatum. The Bard brings up, he's like, I want some small nod to Bloom and Knives Out too. What if they managed to get one of those characters in Knives Out?
What the fuck?
It's not a bad idea. I could see these characters in the Knives Out universe.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Poor Rachel.
I know.
They suck.
Bro, she called him out too.
I know, man.
Adrian Brody, you were going straight.
I mean, you were going gay for Adrian Brody, but yes.
Going. I was there.
Yeah.
Put some blood on my lips because I'm ready to taste some
Oh.
tinfoil.
She really called them out on their shit, bro. Also, I wouldn't be surprised. Hold up, I wouldn't be surprised if the guy who directed Rocket Man took like a little bit of inspiration from this movie. There's some dark, long-lasting shots that just kind of sit there. They're very Rocket Man-esque. That's right. I just said it.
I love that they give her the chance to sing.
Oh, it's fantastic. She's just honestly the best character. I have so much fun with her.
Bang Bang is legitimately one of my favorite Rian Johnson characters.
Would you rather go? Wait, that was the foreshadowing. Wait. Oh, because remember what I said earlier about the foreshadowing?
Yep.
If I were to con you, I would die. And conned him. And he got shot. Oh!
Yes.
I'm really glad you got there, Evan.
Congratulations. Well done.
Fucking dope.
I can't find the pray emoji.
She just blew up the house.
The mansion is gone.
See, I'm still like 2 seconds behind you, so I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Oh my god.
I want to be as cool as Adrian Brody laying down with his cigar in his mouth like that.
Asleep. That's dangerous.
I would take my chances.
Oh, that's awesome to me. She's like, I'm not giving any men my phone number, please. No thanks.
The con artiste.
Why is he mad? Yeah.
No, I
He's
don't
just-
know. Yeah,
Ashamed.
he doesn't want her to get sucked into that life.
God, what a dick.
Yeah, I don't know if heist is the right kind of
It's a
way
con
to
move.
describe this movie. Yeah.
Like
I say that it's a romantic adventure.
Yeah. That beer glass looks really comforting.
There's something
Oh.
about like the pure like innocence out of Penelope's character.
Mhm.
yeah.
Mike K actually said that I don't know why, but for some reason Penelope reminds me of Video Drew in all of her eccentricies. I was totally pushing
I'm
that.
there for it.
Yeah,
She's nuzzling.
Adrian Brody, more like Adrian Brody. Man, I just love this whole sequence.
Oh, and he in love again. Let's fucking go.
He deserves it. He's been through a lot in his life.
Yeah.
Watching him get so uncomfortable, and I know that's the point, but like, damn.
Yeah, that nose has got to get in the way.
That was definitely better.
Mark Ruffalo in his hats.
I know.
I like the money passing back and forth. That's a nice little tracking thing. So is he wearing a tie under his shirt?
Probably.
I think so.
Or is it
Can't
like
tell.
a cravat or like something different?
I like that our
Looks like a
guys and
scarf.
dolls, our guys and dolls tweet is gaining traction. So that's a good.
As it should be.
Hollywood Reporter just reports that Rian Johnson is going to do
Oh.
Book of Mormon. He read the wrong
The
tweet.
Bard liked it. Thank you, the Bard.
Yeah, he retweeted. I believe he retweeted it too. I'm gonna like will this into existence. Like I've clearly.
Someone replied and said, "Only if we can get Toni Collette in as Adelaide."
Oh,
I mean, that's great. That is great.
This is perfect, everybody. Ah. God. And get Hagrid to be Big Tony. Oh my god.
I mean, Robbie Coltrane's still alive, man.
And he's
I
big.
think we just cast the sequel to, or the Guys and Dolls remake. Just throwing that
I
out.
think we did.
I just want to shout out Evan Degraff, who didn't do anything with the tweet.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I retweeted it.
I'm just kidding. It was a joke, Evan.
Shit.
He only retweeted it though. He didn't like it as well.
I did like it as well. Excuse me.
I didn't like it. I'm not going to.
Pick up fucking Blunden. Get your
And there
goddamn
he is
back
again.
rate.
Look who's
Jesus.
back. Look who's back.
Honestly, when I first saw him, I'm like, is this Kurt Russell again?
Dude, if Kurt Russell was in this movie, I would lose my mind.
Kurt Russell would be good in a Rian Johnson movie.
He should be in Knives Out too.
I agree.
It should be Kurt Russell, Bruce Campbell, Tom Holland, Rick Moranis. That's like my dream cast right now.
Sterling K. Brown.
That's good. Amy Poehler.
Nick Offerman.
Just the whole Parks and Rec cast.
Yeah.
Knives Out 2 is actually just the Parks and Rec reunion.
John C. Reilly.
Mm.
Is this
Dude,
just
This is
this makes me want to watch Ant-Man. Not gonna lie.
again, it's a great heist film, and it should. If you like heist films, it should make you want to watch Ant-Man again.
Shout out to Peyton Reed. That's all I gotta say. He's a great director.
I like Peyton Reed a lot. He's done a lot of good work, including the Love Bug TV movie with Bruce Campbell.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, underrated.
Agreed.
Oh shit! He said, "I know it."
Look at that hand scar. Blech.
It's almost like he got stabbed with glass.
I know. Weird, right?
It's crazy when stuff like that happens.
Have you ever been stabbed with a glass?
Weird when actions have consequences in reality.
I know. I love this part, by the way. Oh, it's so good.
Who are they calling now?
Joe. Like Joe.
Yeah.
God damn it.
They're really going all out, man. There's so much happening at all times.
Oh, bang bang.
Bang, bang's gone. Remember, she just showed up one time, and then they were waiting for her just to disappear again.
Shoot Batman.
Oh, that was great sound design. I really thought there's a car outside.
Fair enough.
I'm not even kidding. The full disclosure, I have like a really nice speaker that I have in front of my
Great,
monitor for the
Evan.
people
Yeah,
at home.
good to hear. Yeah, good to know. You got a great speaker. What else you got that's great, huh?
Not
Showing
much.
off.
So let me have this, Hogue. God
Right.
damn.
Look at
That's
that.
the one thing I get. Oh shit.
Things are getting crazy. You know, it's really interesting too. For the most part, this movie feels very timeless because there's not a lot of technology kind of in general that's used throughout. But then like the use of the cell phone and then like very automatic weapons kind of puts it back in our time, but it doesn't happen a lot. I just think it's so interesting.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Wait, Bang Bang's back. She didn't just disappear. She's back.
I know. Just in that moment.
You really have me tripping there. Oh, that car flying around is so Harry Potter-esque. It reminds me of like when that car's shit.
This is his second movie.
Yep. I never want to hear the term sophomore slump. And
I was just gonna say, Rian Johnson, sophomore slump. Never heard of her.
yeah.
One
Exactly.
directors who had some really great sophomore films. It's a good one to think about.
I mean, obviously Tarantino had Pulp Fiction as his second film.
Brad Bird,
Damien Chazelle.
Yeah,
Chazelle, Daddy Chazelle. Yes.
I mean,
La La Land is his second.
Kevin Smith had Mallrats, and arguably Mallrats is maybe his most popular film of the 90s.
Lord and Miller, 21 Jump Street, is their second film.
What's
Yeah,
her first?
Cloudy with
a chance of meatballs. Check the privilege.
Ooh, that movie is so good.
That movie's fantastic. It also has the great Bruce Campbell.
Oh.
So do you have like Bruce Campbell's number or something? Is that why you keep talking about him? Like, I just want to know.
He's sponsored by Bruce Campbell. Every time he mentions it, he gets a nickel.
He's
Oh,
only
it's a last name thing for PJ.
dude. He's also been like one of my favorite actors since as long as I can remember.
Nolan's second film was Memento.
Yeah.
She's conning them. She took their habit, their hobby.
All you got to do is watch, pay attention.
It's amazing how quickly all this stuff starts to break down and how tense it becomes because it was so whimsical and now it's just like it's actually very dreadful.
Yeah.
It's a great switch, and I love that.
Is she Russian? No.
Here's what I say. You know what? I think I'm going to put that tweet on Instagram too, you guys. We're going
I
to
think you should.
getting traction.
Make sure you Facebook it. Make sure you put it in the comments. Make sure you tell your grandmother about it, and she'll tell all of her friends in the book club that they're doing on Zoom right now. Oh, that's Happy Trails partner. I'm waiting for Hogue to react. There we go.
Oh,
God, Kalinowski jumped in.
I know. I saw
Mikey
Mikey.
Nobel.
Mikey is giving me a hard time because I've been wanting Die Hard 6 based off of that script, but I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna not want that movie because strictly based off that script, and if it was directed by the right person, I think Willis would show up and that movie would be very good.
Die Hard 6, directed by Rian Johnson.
Yeah.
Wait,
Hey, they work together, and it's the one movie that he turned up in this decade.
Shout out to Mikey Nobels.
Dipper, what do you have?
Ryan Coogler, his second film was Creed.
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite movie of 2015. So good.
Mario Heller.
Mario Hellier is a good one.
Can You Ever Forgive Me? Barry Jenkins, Moonlight.
Moonlight.
His
Stoplight.
first film.
Evan, did you just say Moonlight Stoplight?
It's a song by XX Tentacion. You wouldn't get it.
Okay.
Glad we're on the same page.
I ended up being like, I'm also at a point in my life where I really don't need Die Hard 6. Like, I've moved on. I have the script. The script is enough.
Sorry, we were talking about Die Hard again. I thought that franchise is dead.
It might as well be. This whole sequence, man. Again, it goes from so whimsical to so deeply scary and like full of tension and dread. And that's such a great switch that not everyone can pull off in a movie like this, but Ryan does it like very beautifully. Ooh, Rushmore's good. Arback says Rushmore. That's a good one.
Yeah.
From Bottle Rocket.
I know you're not the biggest fan, but Jordan Peele's Us.
I think that counts.
I mean, it counts. It's still a great movie. I just don't like it nearly as much as I like Get Out.
Oh, the guy who went from Hereditary to Midsummer. Ari Aster.
Ari
No matter what, it's still a movie.
Mike says sophomore slump is as real as superhero fatigue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I mean, the more I think about it, you may not be wrong.
Sophomore slumps are really more potent in sports, dudes. It's a mentality thing at the end of the day.
For bad directors.
I know a lot of people claim. I know technically Edgar Wright has a first film that's not Shaun of the Dead, but even Hot Fuzz, I would count Hot Fuzz as his sophomore film.
Yeah, I was going to say, but I mean, either way, either one of those is an amazing set.
Yeah,
Hot Fuzz is flames, dude.
Well, I mean, even Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead is brilliant.
Shaun of the Dead.
I made the mistake of watching Shaun of the Dead the same night that I watched Zombieland, so I enjoyed Zombieland more.
I mean, that's a sophomore. Ruben Fleischer.
Yeah, Ruben Fleischer. Zombieland at 30 minutes or less.
Yeah,
Ruben Fleischer just got lucky with Zombieland. Like,
it was I won't say that because I even like Zombieland too. Like, it was.
Zombieland 2 is great.
It's really about the people in play. It's just he hasn't had it.
You like Gangster Squad, don't you?
I like it, but I don't think it's good.
Guys, Zombieland has a character called fucking Tallahassee. Of course I'm gonna love that movie.
Who's the guy who directed Short Term 12?
Oh god, he's the guy who's doing he's currently doing Iron Fist.
Yeah,
not Iron Fist. You know what I'm saying. Shang-Chi.
Okay,
yeah,
Greta Gerwig.
What was his second movie? It was the Sand Castle or the Glass Castle. That wasn't good.
No, but then he did Just Mercy, the one that came out. I mean,
I like Just Mercy.
It's very perfunctory of like, this guy's a good dude. Do you agree? Yes. nothing kind of more about that movie.
Shit.
Yeah, Rian Johnson do a horror movie.
I would love a Rian Johnson horror film. Like,
You fucking imagine if Mark Ruffalo turned green right here. It'd be my favorite thing. If you saw how it plays, I'd love it. If Ruffalo went green.
You Marvel shill.
I know. Leave me alone. Let me enjoy my movies.
this whole sequence, dude. Oh God.
So I'm getting this movie now of what is all of this? Like I can't
What
tell
is real, what is not.
because they're good enough actors in that.
It's a con.
Yeah.
He would be running right now.
Oh my God. He does need to do a horror film. This is
I know. Ugh.
like that is not even in the that has to happen.
Mhm.
Yeah, just make Guys and Dolls a horror movie.
But he said he doesn't want to because he doesn't know them well enough.
I think that's a good thing though. I mean, I get I get why he would say that, but I mean, like, I think arguably that's probably why I'd want him to do it, because I think he'd do something drastically different.
Yeah.
Like he's not so familiar with it that he's tied up in everything that people think you have to do to make a horror movie.
Right.
So you and me, quarantine.
I like the scene being lit by the gunshots.
No. When Bruno Mars said, "I'll catch a grenade for you," I don't really think he meant it. God damn. Bro, he has an awful shot. I mean, the gun's not great, but he has an awful shot. Guys, remember, when you shoot a gun, use two hands, please. Not one.
I think that's an interesting thing to put into the film, though, is like if he's actually trying to fire a gun, he's not great at it because usually they're just doing it for cons and you don't actually have to be a great shot.
Right.
What is? I'm so confused. Oh, what? He's
Yeah.
what?
Things got dark.
Get up, Mark Ruffalo. You're not actually dead.
The little the little backflip he does. Oh my God. Can I get a wow for this? The long-term con, man.
He still got the gun in his hand.
I don't really know what happened, but I know it means something, and I'm excited to watch it again.
It's a lot. I'll be honest with you. The first time I saw it, I didn't really get it. Like I had to rewatch it to actually be like, "Oh shit, this is amazing."
Is it weird that I feel more like stressed right now than I did during the scene?
Yeah, because in the scene, you don't actually know if it's real or not. Whereas in now, you're still, is it real or not?
Yeah, I feel more stressed right now.
Joss Whedon's second movie was The Avengers.
That's true.
It was great at the time, but hasn't aged particularly
really,
well.
No, that's
It's true.
Like a TV show.
No. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Oh, don't show him in a wide shot. Okay, good.
The Bard said, "Wow."
I
Mark Ruffalo has this charm to him.
You want good actor.
That line, "You were the only
I love
audience I ever needed," is
Ugh.
so perfect and sums up everything about their relationship, and I love it for that.
Yeah, just heard it. Good line. Evan, is that you breathing?
Yeah, sorry. I told you I'm really stressed.
Because
I don't know what's happening, and I know
he's
it's like-
dying. I hear you squealing. I'm like, is Mark Ruffalo hiding the fact that he's dying?
No, I'm actually just like really stressed right now because I barely know what's happening, and I just want to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Adrian Brody has got such like a sad sap face.
God,
That's such
that
a great
reveal.
I
That
know.
reveal is so good.
I can't wait to see what it is.
Didn't you? Do you see the color of the blood?
Oh, it's not. He's gonna.
Oh no.
Bro, what the fuck?
Hmm.
It was not what you thought.
So he pretended to be fine that whole time with a bullet wound?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
To protect his little brother.
From what?
Diamond.
I'm so sad. He wants to. He wants to die with the trick up his sleeve. Fuck no! I'm not prepared for this.
He had one last trick up his sleeve.
And the double foreshadowing where like if he was to die, he'd die because he.
He also wore his heart on his sleeve.
When you said that before, I was like, "Oh, thank Christ!"
Yeah.
The fact I picked it up though is pretty good. Like I'm proud of myself for that one.
Well
Fuck.
done. Congratulations.
I'm so sad.
I cry actually.
It's
Picked up foreshadowing in a Rian Johnson film.
That
I'm very,
drop
very,
of blood at the end.
No.
And the realization. Oh my God. Guys, this movie is just still so good.
I know. I'm literally like on the verge of tears right now. It's not.
Gabriel said the final song is so good. Yes, it is.
dude, like what the how did they in what world did she what I Ryan, if you watch
like I said,
this,
it's a movie that
you got-
really benefits from a
Yeah,
rewatch.
from a
Like
rewatch.
it really benefits when you know where everything's going.
she really just said that.
She really did.
Sorry for blowing into the mic, Hogue. I'm just feeling things right now.
Not
I
you,
feel
dog.
It amazes me that so many people write this movie off. It is so incredible.
Mm.
The fact that like it all hinges on that they're gonna go live their life together now, like write the good life that they didn't have before.
Welcome to the good life.
And his con was so that the long con was so that he could finally wake up next to someone and who would know who he was.
Pat, I'm already on the verge of tears. I need you to not.
Think about that. Think about that and how beautiful that is. His brother's longest con was so that his brother would be happy.
Rian Johnson. All right. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to hearing from the two who haven't seen this before.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to start with Hogue.
That was dense. That was a lot. And it definitely affected my experience talking over it. I really do need to watch this again because this emotional climax you're all having, I'm not, just because I I'm very confused as to like how they got to the end, what everything meant.
Real quick, can I just shout out Mike K said, fine, I'll say it. It's the movie's a 5 out of 5.
Coming from Mike K though.
No, but I'm just saying, I love that. No, I love that he said that though. He's very self-aware of himself, and I love that he said that.
Yeah, I need to. I need to see it again because because I am there.
Yeah,
there
you
is so
definitely need to rewatch it.
but like with what Rian Johnson does of just he plants something second one to pay off at the very end, and I know it all has meaning. I just don't know what it all means yet, and so now I'm just stewing of. Again, this is not a good movie to talk over.
No,
unlike Looper or like Last Jedi, which are a bit more straightforward.
All right, Evan, what about you?
I'm stressed, man. Like, it clicked about like 2/3 of the way through, 3/4 of the way through, that it really wasn't even about the heist. It's just the idea of the con and how you decide to deal with the con, like on an emotional level, and like you realizing that you're living life as a lie. Yet even while you do that, there's still like there's still humanity inside of you. And I'm just a wreck right now, man. Like, because Johnson does this where he subverts your expectations, and then now you feel tension in places where you don't think you're gonna feel tension, and then you're breathing heavy, and all of a sudden you're crying. And Mark Ruffalo is like my man, but then we also have Rachel Weisz, and we also have Adrian Brody. It's so good.
It really is. Armac said, as I told PJ on Twitter, the only thing that bothered me about Knives Out is that Ryan made a whole movie about how blood dries brown, and the 1 week old drop on Marta's shoe is cherry red. It's a fair point, man. It's a fair point. And then,
hey, Armac, eat shit.
Evan.
It's a Knives Out reference.
All right, I know. And then Mike K saying the rewatch really did help. So I'm going to move over to Jacob now. What are you thinking?
Yeah, because you were a little iffy.
No, look, I still think Rian Johnson has made 5 damn near masterpieces. This is just the one that's slightly lower than the other 4. However, if any other director took this one as their one film, it would be their masterpiece. That's where I'm at. Like, I think Rian Johnson is one of the working directors today, and I just think that this is his weakest film. However, that's not saying anything against the quality of it. I really did enjoy it. I think this is a really, really well done, well made, and thoroughly entertaining film. I really do enjoy it.
Yeah, but why doesn't it work for you? That doesn't tell me anything.
Okay, so I think it's a little too clever in that, like, it, as Pat was saying, that it doesn't quite, like, there is.
It doesn't help you at all. Like, you
really have to think. You got to work with it, and you've got to work with it. And it's, I don't know, like, I just coming off Brick, which Brick is also another one of those movies where you really got to work with it. I think the style of Brick works better for that type of film, and I don't know why it is that this one just doesn't quite work as well for me.
I'm just going to say it's because you're a man and you don't like romance.
That's
what we're going to go with.
All right, let's just go with it.
Hey, that's not fair because I'm a man who loves romance.
Yeah, but that's why I said and. You're a man and you don't like romance.
Because I love this movie. But Taylor, I want to hear from you because Taylor's like on my wavelength, clearly.
Look, this movie, as we all kind of worked our way through the watch along, I see it as an adventure film that's also a romance. And I think that a lot of the problems, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to leave it. We're not going to talk about it again until it actually happens. But I think that's also why a lot of people have problems with The Last Jedi.
I have opinions. I have opinions to talk about. That's a movie.
Because there are actual romantic undertones that a lot of people don't catch on to. But anyway, I think that it's a very strong point of this movie, the romance that's thrown in. And even though it is a very clever movie and it's obviously about the relationship between the two brothers, which I think is handled beautifully through the entire film, their relationship is so interesting to unpack every single time you rewatch it because there are always new things to look at. But also throwing in that element of a big, huge part of their functional relationship as they got older, even though they didn't always really see eye to eye on anything, was getting his brother to that point that he wanted to be outside of a con. And I just think that it all works together so beautifully. And like we said, the whimsical cinematography and the music and just everything about it is so quirky and fantastical. And I just think it takes you on this adventure. And then when you get to the end of it, you do actually get your happy ending, even though it is bittersweet. And I think it's handled so masterfully.
Well, and I think because we've talked about it a lot last week, and I think it's something we see with all of his films, is that Rian is always so insistent on like subverting expectation. And he turned a heist film into being not a film necessarily about the monetary gain in the end, but a film about like finding yourself. And the heist is about like finding your life again, or finding the life that you never had. And I find that so fascinating. Like, it's just such a different way to look at heist and like what living means in a way. And I know that that's something that sounds weird, but we just don't see that very often from these types of movies.
See, this is the thing. I don't consider this a heist movie at all. It is very much like a con movie. It's a mystery. It's a romance. But like
a heist and con, like it's kind of you do the same things in both. Because
there's more deception. It's more in line with like the Prestige than it is with Ocean's 11.
Well, I would say, but even then, like Ocean's 11 has like a romantic undertone because part of that heist is to get his ex-wife back.
Oh yeah, I'm not arguing the romance part, but I'm saying I think this movie has a lot more in line with the Prestige being about presentation, being about panache, being about kind of magicians than it is about setting up a plan to pull off a heist.
But I would also say at the same time, because heist and con, it's very similar. And in Ocean's 11, it's also about the same thing. It's about the magic of it all, the pulling it off, like the way that you trick people, the way that there's very big similarities between both. So I don't want to write it off. It's definitely more of a con film, but I think there's a heist element. That, I mean, if you look at it, there's the similar ideas of like trying to trick people and the presentation of it all, building extra rooms to try to make things look the way that they are or aren't.
Yeah, I think the moment I switched off in my brain that this is an homage to heist films, I got in more of the groove because the core beats that you usually hit in a heist movie just kind of aren't in this one. What is the figurehead that we have to, what is like the deception at the end, even though like, I don't know, the con, like it's more of a psychological mystery before it like is about,
and that's why I said
money,
a subversion of expectation. And that's why I like it, because you think it's all monetary until you get to the end. And that's a really beautiful way for Rian to try, like completely change up what people are expecting out of it.
But it doesn't hide the fact that it's about the romance, like either between the brothers or about Rachel Weisz and because that's the whole first scene is, the brother is setting up the con to get them in the cave to get the money, whereas he just wants to talk to the girl. And so like that benefits him as much as it benefits both of them. And that's this movie. I just need to watch it again to get all the the pieces.
You do. It really does benefit on a rewatch, but I'm really glad that we did this. And I'm glad that we got to experience it with you guys for the first time, just to see Hogue's face when he realized Hagrid was in the movie.
What a moment.
I like that the Bard is like, they're going to buy a copy of Looper so they can watch with us next week. That's the tradition.
Right. Yes.
That is amazing. So I guess with that, is there anything else we want to add before we go ahead and let everyone go for the Friday night? I think that's it. So I'm going to start. I think I'm going to start with Taylor up at top. Taylor, where can everyone find you online?
Oh gosh, you can find me on our YouTube channel, Finally Tailored. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Finally Tailored or _ Finally Tailored, depending on where you're at. That's pretty much how you can find me anywhere on the internet. I also want to say I'm very sorry if I offended you saying that you didn't understand the romance of the movie.
Okay. Don't apologize. He deserved it. Jacob, where can everyone find you?
You guys can find me at Jacob Blunden on Twitter, Facebook, and everywhere pretty much. Tomorrow also we will be doing our scores movie bracket with PJ, Evan, and Kristen Smith over from Take 3 Productions. So make sure you come over at 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, and check us out over at the Finally Tailored YouTube channel. We're very excited to do that.
All right. Well, thank you guys. We look forward to seeing you next week for Looper, and tomorrow for the bracket game where I'm going to kill you probably. Bye.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And Hogue, where can everyone find you?
I'm hidden
you
behind a Mark Ruffalo. You can find me at Pat the Canadian on Instagram or at Hogue_filmmaker at Twitter. Check out my short film on Crypt TV. I'll plug it every time. I'm really excited for Looper. Thank you, Evan. Check out the episode of Famous Last Words I did with Evan Degraff. And let's Spider-Verse on Monday, then Looper on Friday. That's a pretty good lineup to have right there.
It's not bad. I'm very excited about it. We've got a lot going on, but we look forward to seeing you, my friend. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. And my friend Evan.
If you guys follow me on Twitter, you're going to get this reference. I will be drinking many bottles of mustard tomorrow as we have the Get In Losers We're Doing movie brackets on Finally Tailored with Jacob and Taylor. And we also have 3-on-3 family game night, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. First time we're doing a Switch game. Chris Clark is a soul. We love him to death, and he's the reason that any of this is possible. I'm actually really excited to actually play video games on not a laptop and not really confusingly.
It's going to be weird. We've never done this, so this is a big jump for us.
I know, but I'm really happy. I think we have our team set too. PJ, I have some updates for you. This is exciting. You're going to kill me, but that's okay.
Wait, like what kind of update are we, like our team update?
Yeah, team updates. I wanted to mix things up a little bit.
Oh no.
Yeah, let's we'll
talk
I'll
about
make an announcement soon. But I'm really excited for Spider-Verse. Because who doesn't love Spider-Verse?
I'm excited for Spider-Verse. We're gonna have a lot of fun. There's a lot of
make
stuff
sure you guys
going on,
check out Famous Last Words, please. Chris Clark did away with the graphic on here. I'm gonna have to kill him later. But I'm interviewing Rachel Silvestrini come Tuesday, which I'm really, really excited for. And I'll be on Aaliyah Moore's podcast soon, actually. So keep out your eyes for that. We're gonna talk about Jimmy Buffett, which, if you know anything about me, is like my hero.
And of course, next Friday we got Looper. Rian Johnson month continues with one of my favorite time travel films. I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. Evan, where can they find you online?
You can find me right here at Evan Degraff Live. Evan's tweet of the day so far was that Heathens should have been nominated for Best Song. I'm not taking any arguments. And that's kind of it. I'll see you guys tomorrow on Family Game Night. I'm really excited for that.
Yep. I'll see you tomorrow, my friend. And of course, you guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at PJ_Campbell. And of course, you can find me here pretty much every night hanging out with this group of morons in the best way possible. I love all of them to death. And we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night for our family game night, Spider-Verse, PJ Campbell show, Sunday, not Saturday, talking best movie moms for Mother's Day. It's going to be a lot of fun. So until next time, guys, we will see you guys soon.
I want to be so long. Farewell to you, my friend. Goodbye for now until we meet again. I said so long. Farewell to you, my friend. Goodbye for now until we meet again. Oh, it's been great to play and sing together in the box, and now it's time to say goodbye. Ooh, so long. Farewell to you, my friend. Goodbye. Oh, for now until we meet again. Goodbye for now until we meet again.